So good morning to everybody. Thank you to Peter for this chance to show you our solution. My name is Heiko Seitz, and welcome to my talk in which I would like to show you how to build AI vision applications without the need to write program code. I'm technical author at IDS, and before I get into the topic, I would like to introduce ourselves shortly. IDS is one of the world's leading manufacturers of digital industrial cameras based in southern Germany. We have been creating components for industrial image processing since 1997, and all products are developed, programmed, produced, tested, shipped, and so on worldwide entirely in-house in our headquarters in Obersulm near Heilbronn. Our portfolio ranges from classic 2D and 3D cameras to cameras with integrated AI-based image processing, which I would like to talk about today. AI vision, in other words, image processing with artificial intelligence, as a topic that you can read a lot about everywhere and at the moment, and above all, that you can feel everywhere. You can already find some systems on the market today with which you can also operate AI vision in an industry suitable way. But let's be honest, AI has not yet arrived in many areas, and accordingly, it's not an established technology at the moment in industry. So especially for these industrial applications, operators don't just go out and buy one of these platforms and use them for upgrading their facilities. So ask yourself for a moment whether you would do this or why you might not do this at the moment. Since AI has already shown possibilities where proven technology, where rule-based machine vision has so far remained without a solution. So what are the things that are preventing the new technology from expanding more quickly? There are actually several reasons for that, and we will look at a few of them in a moment. The fact is that these reasons are not unsolvable, and that you already are able to design your own AI-based image processing today, even without knowledge in artificial intelligence and the likewise necessary application programming. While AI can accelerate many work processes and minimize source for errors, edge computing also makes it possible to work without expensive industrial computers and complex infrastructure required for high-speed image data transmission. So, however, AI or machine learning works quite differently from rule-based image processing. And so the approach and processing of vision tasks also changes. The quality of the results is no longer the product of a manually developed program code by an image processing expert, but is determined by the learning process of a neural network with suitable image data. In other words, object features are no longer predefined. You have to teach the AI to recognize them on its own. But what sounds so simple everywhere only leads to the desired goal with sufficient experience. Without a skilled eye for the right image data, errors will occur here as well. So causing your system to set the wrong priorities and later do not that what you want that it should do. So in other words, the key competences for working with machine learning methods are no longer the same as for rule-based image processing and must therefore be built up. Those who have the time and resource to work with it, to read in and play with it and collect exactly these experience and know the pitfalls. But not everyone has the time or the manpower to have this luxury. So unfortunately, that's the problem with new things. They can't be used directly in a productive way, or can they? Let's move the question to a later moment. After all, there are additional concerns that I'm sure you are familiar with them. Even if these new things are promoted as revolutionary, you may ask yourself, is it better than my previous solution? Should I jump in now, change everything over and go for AI? And where do I start? As a reasonable thinking person, you are probably saying yourself, let's wait and see what problems the others have to deal with. That's absolutely right, because what the AI vision is missing is not the technology, the potential and the possibilities to solve tasks. Unfortunately, the technology does not yet enjoy the trust of the big players. Over the years, they have collected experience with industrial image processing that are needed for it. They know exactly what their technology can do, how it works, how to get started with, and also how to control it. And now, should they really start from scratch now? The question is, what skills do you need to start with AI vision? And who will then work with it? Experts in the industry say that the vision community of the future will no longer consist only of the classic image processing expert, but will grow from the IoT sector and startup scene. Our goal is therefore to make AI vision with IDS NXT inference cameras accessible and easy to use for everybody. The creation of the complete application should be possible for every user group, whether they are programmers, image processing professionals, or machine operators and technical workers. And with new user groups, there arise automatically other use cases and requirements for the use of technology. The classic software development kit for programmers is no longer the right working tool for everyone and is also no longer sufficient for controlling the entire AI vision workflow. So what is our approach as a manufacturer of an AI vision system to support and help all our customers to use the new technology quickly, easily, efficiently? On one thing we have established again and again over the years is the right tools specifically adapted to a piece of hardware, and the knowledge on the target group that uses it is the key to the successful operation of this product. So please imagine the following situation. You are repairing or building something and need various tools to do this. Perhaps you have already had the pleasure of using professional tools and therefore know the slight difference to certain cheap items. The better the manufacturer know and improve the use case of their tools, the easier it is to fulfill the task and the better is the result. This is why we have bundled a complete inference camera package with IDS NXT Ocean, which combines our experience in deep learning and camera technology. And this enables every user to get started immediately with AI-based image processing. And to lower the entry hurdle, we provide easy-to-use tools in which the inference task can be created in a few minutes without much prior knowledge and can then be afterwards executed on the camera. Because only a comprehensive software environment for the complete application workflow makes good hardware a better product. And when I say software, I don't mean the board support package of the system on chip in the camera or the programming libraries to feed the AI accelerator with a neural network. And also not the link to an open source AI software like TensorFlow or Keras, which only a software developer knows how to use it doing these amazing things. So we broke down the entire AI vision workflow into small steps and optimized each of them for the respective target groups. It was important to us that all these components, from image acquisition, image data management, to training of the neural network, and also the finished working inference camera, work optimally together. This makes it particularly easy and convenient for the users. One of the foundation stones is the cloud-based training software IDS NXT Lighthouse, which guides the user step by step through data preparation to train a CNN. the user never comes into touch or contact with any basic tool, or has to deal with the installation of a development environment. And as a web application, IDS NXT Lighthouse is immediately ready for use, always up to date, provides sufficient training performance for rapid training time. Simply log in, upload images, label them, train the network, and then that can be used in a Vision app and executed the camera after all. But in addition to the training process for the neural network, the framework of the image processing application, in case of IDS NXT, it's the Vision app, is of course also a part of the work that should not be forgotten. After all, classification or detection tasks should later be executed error-free and efficiently in application-specific workflow. But who can do this, and what is the need to achieve this? Traditionally, this task is handled by experienced developers in programming language suitable for the platform, for example, in C or C++. The situation is very similar for many of the AI platforms that are currently available on the market, and an SDK provides the necessary software interfaces for hardware-related programming of the respective platform and its special components. In most cases, this provides application developers with a freely programmable platform for their own process solutions. For those who know what they are doing, only the hardware performance and the SDK functions constrain their creativity. And also the IDS NXT inference camera is one of this open platform for developers who want to design completely own image processing algorithms and applications with the AI accelerator from IDS. We call it Deep Ocean Core, through a corresponding SDK with many source codes, examples. And for AI specialists, there are also tools available to convert their own neural networks for use in the cameras. But even users have no prior knowledge of AI and application development can use IDS Lighthouse to create individual, directly usable apps. The app configuration wizard is an assistant that everyone can use. It guides you through the entire app creation process with simple queries and tips for each step. Such a wizard is possible because the majority of image processing applications usually deal with really simple tasks: capture an image, analyze the image, extract features, and make process decisions that then initiate an action. These can be simple detections, classifications of products with subsequent signaling of information via camera interfaces for a machine control or sorting system. These are basic functionalities that only differ in a few details or parameters, and therefore do not have to be programmed or reprogrammed each time. In this way, the users can select from a number of ready-made use cases in Lighthouse and configure them with their own requirements. If you want to create more complex tasks, you do not necessarily have to switch to C++ or another text-based programming language. We have packed the inference functions of the camera into visual blocks and adapted the visual editor Blockly for this purpose. Blockly is a project by Google that was created especially for this purpose. With its help, processes can be stacked together like pieces of puzzle in randomly complex sequences without having to worry about the exact commands of the individual programming language. And thanks to its easy user interface, even beginners quickly produce successful results. And the advantage of visual programming with this modular system compared to this application configuration wizard is that the possibility to create your own sequences. In this way, variables, parameters, and AI results can be easily connected by logical connections with mathematical calculations, conditional if-else statements, or repetitive actions by loops. This also enables more complex workflows with two-stage testing of objects and multiple use of neural networks. So, for example, this analyzes workflow that we can see here, detecting the fruit type and its quality. So an object detector provides a basic pre-sorting of different parts, followed by a detailed error analysis by a second classifier to categorize parts even deeper. And such tasks are otherwise only possible with the Vision app creator and programming knowledge in C++. So we gave the test persons an IDS NXT camera with the Blockly app and asked them to perform simple programming tasks that they understood but could not have programmed. And we are very surprised at how easily, quickly, and yet creatively the task was solved. Yeah, the Blockly construction editor will be included in the next free software update of IDS NXT Ocean. IDS even offers another easy way to bring image processing solutions with AI in-house with the new online marketplace VisionPeer. There are already various specialists there whose know-how can be used very easily. On VisionPeer, we connect suppliers and users in order to show and make the entire range of image processing solutions available. Users can choose the right system for them from different areas with just one click. But the solution partners are also open for conversation and can adapt the solutions for your specific requirements. So in any case, this saves valuable development time and can create enormous competitive advantages. At the moment, solutions in VisionPeer are mostly out of the AI field, but there is more to come. The AI solutions are also compatible with IDS NXT cameras and can therefore also be used quickly and easily. It's worth a look. So if you're thinking about trying out AI vision for yourself and want to get some initial experience of whether an inference solution will work in your application, we recommend our IDS NXT Creative Kit. It gives you everything you need to get started right now. In addition to the complete hardware, you also get a complete software environment, including access to IDS NXT Lighthouse for training first neural networks and configuring your own vision apps to be executed in the camera. Another good place to find out more about IDS NXT and AI vision is, besides our website, also our own vision channel, where you can find many webinars and talks on the topic and stream them on demand at any time from the media library. And with IDS as your camera supplier, you have a company as a partner which covers all belongings for machine vision requirements, from a simple camera up to turnkey solutions, together with our partners from VisionPeer or the IDS Solution Partner Network. So if you have any questions, give us a call. And that brings me to the end of my presentation. If you have any questions about this, feel free to ask them now. Thank you for listening, and I give up to Peter again.
Well, thanks, Heiko, for the presentation. Hi, I'm just looking if there are any questions, and yes, they are. Why do you focus on an in-house development using an FPGA for the AI core? Wouldn't the well-known commercial AI accelerators from Intel, Google, and Amazon perform better and therefore be more suitable?
Yeah, commercial solutions are sometimes better performing and cheaper. That's true. However, our own solution is more flexible and better adaptable to our own concept, and thus also quicker to update. This is important with the constantly evolving AI development. It allows us to keep updating the IDS NXT camera platform for a long time, which is also very sustainable. The close coupling of the software and the hardware is also allows us to use techniques to optimize the neural networks in comparison with the other solutions. we therefore achieve a very high performance efficiency. That is also very important. Yep.
Can you give some indication on the inference speeds of the FPGA?
Yeah, the inference speed surely belongs to the application that is used and the complexity of the application. But our tests show definitely that we can achieve 50 results per second with the camera with easy or simple tasks. So this really depends on the application. So it's necessary to test this for the special application. Yeah.
And what camera interface is there in the range of the camera products?
Our camera platform has digital inputs and outputs. We have a two-wire interface and of course a network interface via which we adapted the rest. And the OPC UA protocols for direct machine communication. And in addition, it is also possible with our solution to realize own application-specific protocols via the Vision apps. Here, most recently, a customer used this method to develop an RPC XML interface for direct control of his robot, so that he no longer had to use an additional PC in his application.
And how is it possible to deploy my own trained AI model on the sensor? For example, a model from Google?
Yeah, as I mentioned before, we for AI specialists or persons that have already experience with training neural networks. So we have also tools like our IDS Ferry that can convert your trained network to run performant and optimized also on our camera platform.
You say that the AI training is performed in a cloud service. Can it also be done locally on a PC or maybe in the camera itself?
Of course, it could be an advantage to continue the training in CNNs or directly train the CNN in the camera, but the training process itself is very time and resource consuming, and our algorithms are currently not designed to run on an embedded platform. So we need to develop a completely new class of training algorithm. This could be a possibility in the future. Yes, currently we recommend to our customers to train in the cloud. We have really better conditions there. And of course, also training on a PC would be a possibility. However, an optimal hardware components and a complete installation of training software is necessary for this. And this works. Yes, we also do this in our development, but cannot be effectively supported by us due to the varying hardware of a PC platform.